It looks like everyone wants to go surfing these days. Surf schools are popping up everywhere, or there's just people grabbing a soft top from a store and getting the water without knowing exactly what they're doing. That is causing a proper mayhem, especially in the most emblazoned surf spots all around the world, increasing injuries, fights, rage, and everything else that comes with it. It's now time that someone teaches you what to do. Here there for you, the worldwide recognized safety and priority surfing rules. My name is Hercule Matteo, I'm a SUP surf coach and shaper, and I welcome you to this new class of the Surf Family School. As surfers, we enjoy traveling and ride different waves, so it happens that we approach surf spots that we've never seen or surfed before. In that case, the rule number one to follow is: when you arrive to a new surf spot, you should say hi to everyone, be nice, and maybe try to get in a conversation with them and see if you start receiving any positive feedback. If you don't, you better watch out, as there are many tough guys out there which can just wait to kick the crap out of you, just for fun. The most of the surf spots these days are very crowded, and we're all trying to catch as many waves as possible. So some surfers tend to be extremely territorial. So if you made it to the water all in one piece, it's time for the rule number 2. Before to start paddling out, it's always a good habit to spend a few minutes watching what's happening out there. You want to reach the lineup out quickly, safely, not interfering with other surfers paddling and riding waves. The major factor you should take in consideration is the size of waves. Due to an optical effect, the waves could appear much smaller than they really are, putting you at serious risk. I suggest you to never ride waves that are not appropriate for your surfing level. As a second step, you should look for a channel. It's that area where the bottom dips and is crossed by rip current flows. You can easily spot one as the waves don't break there. And if you look closely, you can see the water flow backing up offshore like it was a river. Rip currents are like tapir lines, which can speed your paddle out up. But always remember, they can be your friend and your enemy at the same time. As I previously said, do never paddle out if the waves are too big for you. If you got in trouble and you wanted to go back to the beach, you could never paddle through the channel, as the water stream would always be faster than your paddling speed. Sometimes you don't have a channel, because maybe to get in the water you have to jump off a rock, a pier, a jetty. In that case, you have to calculate the timing between sets, wait that the last wave of the set breaks, get in the water and paddle out as fast as you can before the next set comes. Now that you've learned how to get to the lineup safely, it's time to step up to the rule number 3. Knowing how to position your board in the lineup is critical. Point break, reef breaks, beach breaks don't have the same takeoff zone. For example, the morphology of a beach break sandbar changes constantly, so the position of the peak would shift swell by swell, and the peak is where you wanna be. If you'd like to improve your surfing skills, you should learn how to generate speed first. Put it in this way: the peak is the gun, you're the bullet. Avoid taking off in any other section of the wave. You can approximately calculate its position from the beach, taking some reference points. When in takeoff zone, they will help you fine-tuning the right wave peak position. Sometimes you can find more peaks in the same surf spot, and it's always a good idea to choose the less crowded one in order to maximize the wave counting and reduce the risk of accidents. Now that you're perfectly lined up with other surfers, you're ready to catch your first wave. But who goes first? Let's see the rule number. The lineup can be seen as a crossroads without road signs. However, exists a code of conduct in order to prevent injuries, crashes and damaged boards. Every wave should be ridden by one surfer only, unless you have airframe waves where two surfers can ride the same wave, one to the left, one to the right. There's only one case where you can have the absolute priority over all any other surfers, and it's when you're sitting farther outside and away from the beach. Otherwise, the surfer who's closest to the peak or to the breaking part of the wave has the priority over everyone. But what happens if a few surfers are lined up in the same spot and paddling up the same peak? Well, in that case, the one who pops up first has the right of way. The other surfers should stop paddling or pull their boards back, and if by accident they dropped in, they have to kick out immediately. Some surfers have a great paddling technique and they try to catch all the waves out there, paddling around surfers with priority. That's called snaking, and it's a very disrespectful attitude. Remember that when you're paddling back to the line up, the surfers who are trimming down the line have the absolute priority over you. All those who break priority rules should expect to get paid back with discussions, insults, and fights. Now that you're mastering all the priority rules, last but not least, let's talk about Unfortunately, there are no safety devices which can completely reduce the risk of injury. However, they can significantly reduce the severity of the damage, and that results in reducing fear and improving your surf experience. The picture shows all the available individual safety devices that can be applied to surfing. Obviously, you don't have to use them all, but just those that match your safety needs. Always invest in high-quality safety equipment, especially for a leash, which represents the connection between the board and your body, facilitating its recovery after a wipeout and guaranteeing the constant proximity to a floating device. Your local surf shop will help you in choosing the right gear for you. Anyway, always remember that the right technique and experience are the first step for a fun and safe surf session. That's all for today. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like. And I see you to the next class of the Surf Family School.